Hello, welcome back. In this video, we are going to start work on the chat section of this application. So let's begin. So first of all, when you did not click anywhere on any contact yet, then on the right section, we should show some kind of placeholder that would look like this. So let's add that first. So let's think on this. And here we can see that the default background color is light gray. So we have to set that color first. So for that, let me open the project. Okay. So in the app component, uh, we had a custom component called app sidebar. And for the chat section, we don't have anything yet. So we will create another component as well. But before doing that, let's add a background color. Then we will create a component after that. So we have the selector chat ID. So add ID chat. Here we need to add the same background color as in here. So this is how I pick colors from the web pages. So just click on this red rectangle and it will give you the color picker. Just move over here and it will show you all of the colors. Just click where you want to pick the color. So I got this color. I'm going to copy it. Now add background color, this one. So let's reload it. I think it is not implemented yet. Let's see what happened here. So here you can see there is an issue. At this time, it is saying that height is 569. You will see a little tooltip when I hover my mouse over the elements. You might see the small tooltip in the UI section. For example, at this time, it is saying that the width is 0, but height is 596. So first of all, we have to set the width. So we have to see what is going on, why width is not being applied. So on this parent, let's see what we are doing. On the parent, we have applied the display flex. That's mean on the child, we should try to add flex grow. Let's see. One. Okay, I guess that worked. Now you can see that it has filled the empty space and automatically it took all of the remaining space with the help of the flex grow one. So I'm going to use that as well here. Now you will also see the background gray color is also applied. Next, another thing that I am noticing here is that on the right side, we don't have border yet, but in the actual design, there is a small light gray color. So I'm going to copy the color of the border so that I could also apply the same on our application. So I have copied the border color. Now I'm going back and I'm trying to find the relevant element by highlighting them. So here, this is the element where we have to add the border right. So let's add that border right, 1 pixel solid, and this. Okay. So now it is looking great. So let's copy this style from here and paste it back here. Okay. Now reload it. It is reloaded automatically. Okay. Okay, great. It is looking great so far. Next, now we have to add some placeholder, something like this one, so that uh, if there is no message selected, if no conversation is selected yet, then we should show this placeholder with an image and with some heading and with some paragraph. At this time, I don't have the need. a transparent PNG image. So I will just crop image from this screenshot. For that, I'm going to take a screenshot like this. Uh, if you are using Mac, then there is a very useful trick to take a screenshot from the short keys. Just press Command Shift and press uh, press and hold Command Shift and 4. Then this will show you this small icon, and with the help of this you can select the area that you want to take screenshot of. So for example, I selected this area. It took the screenshot. I selected that I want to crop it because there are some extra white spaces on the left and top. So mm, I clicked here. Let's see how we can crop it. Uh, it is not showing me anything to crop. Anyways, let's click on done for now. And this image is saved somewhere. Let us find it. So maybe it is saved in the desktop. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is here. Okay, now phone icon. I named it as a phone icon, and I also want to crop it. So I clicked on that, and here in the tools, I have the option. One second, actually, I can select like this. So you can crop things like this if you are using Mac. I'm not sure about the other operating system. So so this is very convenient to crop like this. Just select and this, and then click on the tools and click on the crop. Okay, great. Now press Command S to save it. It is saved. Now I'm going to copy. Actually, I want to just drag and drop to my project. So in this project, we have the assets folder, and in the assets folder, we have the images folder. I will just drag and drop here. Okay, great. So next, mm, okay, first of all, before moving forward, we must have to create another component that will contain all of the code responsible for showing the chat area. So I'm going to create a component like we have the sidebar. I'm going to create a new component as well, sidebar. So let's do that. Ng generate component, and the name of the component would be the chat. So in the chat, actually, I'm not going to use chat right now because there are two kind of elements. First, this element is will show if no conversation is selected yet. But if you have selected a conversation, then we will hide this content, and instead of that, we will show the chat component. So for that, I am going to create a div and div hash chat placeholder, and here I will add all of the design like this. So for example, I want to place the image. Let's add that in the assets image phone icon. Uh, oh, okay. Now let's reload it. Okay, you can see the image is here now, but it is too big. I don't want too big image, so I will decrease the image size like width. Sorry, 400. Okay, that's great. Now we have to align it center vertically and horizontally. For that, Flex is your friend, so you can use that. So Flexbox is very powerful thing. You should you should be good in the Flexbox. So let's use Flexbox to align it vertically and horizontally center. For that, copy the selector, copy the ID of the element and go back to the app.scss, and here uh, type the ID and type display flex and type align item center and then type justify content center. Uh, it has aligned horizontally, but it did not align vertically. So I can tell you that this is happening because this chat placeholder element did not get the 100% height. So that is the reason. So let me show you from the inspect element. Okay, you can see that from here, I am hovering my mouse over this element, and you can see a highlighted area in the UI side, and it is you can clearly see that the height is not 100%. So let's try to add the 100% height. Okay, that worked. So that's great. Now it is vertically aligned center. So just add the height 100%. Okay. Next, we need to add this heading. So let's do that. The heading is saying keep your phone connected. Okay. After that, we need a paragraph that is saying something. WhatsApp connects to your phone. A is capital. To sync messages. Okay. After that, we have to reduce data usage. Connect your phone to Wi-Fi. Okay, that's it for the paragraph. Next, uh, we need another paragraph with a small text. I can just type here, get it here. Okay. So I need a separator line. I will try HR tag. And after that, I need another paragraph. And here I need a link as well. Now let's see. Okay, it is looking really bad. So because we did not style it yet, so we added display flex. That is why by default, the default behavior of the flex is that it sets the property justify flex direction to row. I guess row. So we have to change that flex direction. I should change it to the column. Let's see. Okay, now it is looking better. And after that, let's see what is the difference. So the font size of the heading is too much, but ours is small, and also the color is not same. Like we have to pick that color as well. For that, I'm going to pick a color, and let's select. Actually, this is the color that is being used mostly in the application. So let me try to add this color in the global styles so that it can be applied to any text by default. Let's see. Did that apply? Let me try to add the red color and see if that is applied or not. Oh, yeah. So by default, if you add the color to the body, that is applied to the any text. If you have not specified any color for the text, so it pick the color from the parent. So I will revert back to this gray color, and now in the app.scss, I need to increase the font size for the heading H2. Font size, let's try 25 pixels. No, let's try 35. Let's compare. Um, okay. Font size looks good, but font weight is too much. We should have the almost same font weight like in the WhatsApp. For that, let's try to add font weight normal, and let's see. Okay, that worked. It is the font family, I guess, is not 100% same as in the WhatsApp, but it's okay. We can live with that for now. After that, we need to change the text color. Text color is more different than the heading. So let's try to pick like this. Actually, let's add this color to the global styles instead of the this one. I'm going to use this one. Huh. Okay, text color is good now, but for the heading, I need to get back the heading color, and I will add that color from the app.scss file. So let's go to the app.scss file and add the color here. Now it's looking fair. So after that, our horizontal line is not visible yet. So I don't like HR tag. I will just add a div with a class name separator, and I will just style it here. Width 100%, border top 1 pixel solid. Actually, let's try it without. Uh, okay, 100% width is not looking good, so I am going to decrease it, and that can be around 50%. Let's see. Okay, another bad thing that I can see is that uh, text is there are in the WhatsApp original WhatsApp, text is in two lines, but our text is in just one line. That is why it is not looking so good. So I'm going to add a line break after the word to reduce data. Okay, to reduce data is here. Let's add the BR tag and let's see what happens. Okay, this is what we have now, and now uh, we have to add something. We have to add the p tag in the CSS and type text align center. Okay, nice. After that, we need to change the color of the border. This border is too light. We also need same. So here add the color, and now okay, it is looking great now. But we just need some margins on the top and bottom. I'm guessing that margin top is around 50 pixels. So let's see. Uh, Margin 50 pixels, 0 pixels. So this represents to the vertical spacing, and this represents to the horizontal spacing. I guess it is too much. Let's try the 30 pixels. Okay, it's better. Next, we need to change the default color of the links. Right now, you can see very dirty color. I don't like this color. I need the uh, WhatsApp green color. So if you create any link, the default color of the link should be the WhatsApp green color. So let's pick up the a green color from here and copy it and go to the main global area of the styles, and here type A and type the color and type the paste the color. Next, I don't want any text decoration. I don't want underlines. So for that, type text decoration, none. And now let's see. Okay, it is looking great now. So, all right, I guess our placeholder is almost ready. So we are ready to commit. So I'm going to commit. Hmm. Let me. I'm not going to commit the chat related files because we did not start work on the chat component yet. So we just worked on the placeholder. So let's just include these files. Completed. Uh, Let me add chat. Completed chat section. Completed placeholder. Uh, okay. Next, we should start work on the chat component. Let's open the chat component and here uh, in the chat we have a basic text that says chat works. So let's add this component in the app component here. Okay, I have added it, but I cannot see it anywhere. Let's find it. Let's find it. Uh, yeah, it is here. It is hidden because of no available space. That's fine. We are going to hide it, hide the placeholder if conversation is selected. So we have to show one of these sections, either chat placeholder or app chat. So if conversation is selected, then we will show the chat component. Otherwise, we will show the placeholder. So for that, we should emit an event from the sidebar. So let's open the sidebar and see what is going on there. So here in the sidebar, you can see we have a lot of data. These are we are considering this as the list of the conversations. Okay, so here we have the loop, and here we can let me think. So on the same element, we can create an event. So if somebody clicks on any of these rows, then it should listen to that event and it should call a it should call a function. Actually, we don't need to create a new function just to emit the event. I can just create the output, and here mm, you can just say I can name it like conversation collect, and I will add the type event emitter, and I will add the type any is equal to new event emitter. Something is wrong, I guess. So it is getting event emitter from a wrong module, I guess. So let me remove it, and now click here, click on the bulb icon. You will see that it can import event emitter to all of one of these modules. So we have to import event emitter from Angular core. So now we have imported that event emitter, and now we can use this variable in the HTML. So for example, when somebody clicks, we can listen to that event like this. Click, and here you can type the name. You can mention, you can reference to that event emitter variable, and after that type emit. And in the emit, you can pass the entire object. So I'm going to pass the entire object conversation, and we will catch this conversation object from the parent. So this is the parent. Let me copy the event name. So this is the event name. So in the parent, you have to listen to that event like this. And after listening, if this event is triggered, then you should call a function. And the function is, we can call it conversation uh, on conversation selected. So I will call this function, and in this function, I will pass the event variable. Actually, this event variable has the conversation object. So I'm saving it, and in the TypeScript file, I'm going to create that function like this. And in the parameter, you can define a variable with the name conversation. So now you can create another variable like this, conversation. By default, this variable would be undefined, and once this function is called, you can save this incoming conversation to this variable. So let's do that. Conversation is equal to conversation. Okay, so we are now saving the conversation that is being clicked. Now we can decide, either we have to show the placeholder or chat component based on this variable. So let's do that. And for that, um, let's add the condition if ngif, once again, ngif here, uh, type the variable conversation. You can type if conversation is not available. Uh, this way you can say it is, if conversation is falsy, then we have to show this component. Otherwise, we should show the other component. So if conversation is available, then show the app chat component. So let's try it. I'm going to click on one of these conversations, and let's see. Okay, as you can see, it is working. Let me reload it. By default, it is showing the placeholder, and when you select a conversation, then it removes the placeholder and it shows the actual custom chat component that we made earlier. Now it's time to design that chat component. So let's look at the designs. I have collected some screenshots from the internet, from the Google. Uh, so we can get an idea from here. So if you look at the screenshot, if chat is open, there is a header on the top and of actually in the chat area we have three sections: header, content, and the footer. So let's do that. Let's go to the chat component, and now I'm going to create a main div. I will add the ID container, and in the container I will create the header, and I will also create the container for the content or body. You can call it maybe body, and after that I will create the footer section. So let's create this basic layout first. So I'm going to the SCSS file and I will type the ID for container, and I will make use of the flexbox to create my basic layout. For example, display flex width 100%, height 100%, and now the flex direction should be column because we are not showing rows here. Flex direction is column. After that, let's work on the header and flex basis. So there is a specific height for the header. So the height of the header would never increase. So I'm going to give it a fixed height. So for that, you can use flex basis. And you can let me try to calculate the height. Uh, as you can see that header is same as the height of the header is same as the height of the header in the sidebar. So we can get the height of the sidebar from our existing component. So by highlighting over this sidebar, you can see it is saying that height is 67 pixels. So okay, 67 pixels. And now I need a background color. Let me pick the background color from this. Actually, I guess the background color is same as the background color of the header in the sidebar. So yeah, I can use this one. So let's add the background color. And now let's see how, okay, it is looking great so far. Next, we need to add background color for the body. So for the background color, you can see the mostly background color looks like this for the WhatsApp chat. Uh, so here I will type body. I will add the background color, and now let's see. Uh, Interesting. The background color for the body is not visible, and the reason is that the body is not taking any height. Let me prove that. So in the container, this is the header and this is the body, and I'm hovering over the elements, and you can see the highlights in the UI section. It is saying that the width is 100% but height is 0. So how can we increase the height? In the flex box, if you want to take the remaining available space, then you should just add the property that is flex grow 1. Now let's check. Okay, you can see that now body has taken all of the available space. Uh, Something is okay. Uh, Actually, something is not looking good because this header should have a light uh, box shadow at the bottom. Let's try to add that and see how it looks like. So box shadow. Mm, it is not working. What's wrong? Actually, something is not right here. We should add another div here. I can call it div header content. So here I will use this one, and here I will use the, actually it is not, I guess, a good idea. Uh, so shadow is not working somehow. Let me remove the body. Okay. Actually, the shadow was hidden behind the body. Uh, Let me do something. Hmm. If we remove the background color of the body, then this can fix the shadow issue. But the issue is that the color is gone. To fix that issue, I will take the background color from the body and I will put it to the main container. This will solve the issue. So let's add the box shadow. 4 pixel, 4 pixel, 4 pixel, and let's see now. Okay, we need to improve the box shadow. Here, the spread of the box shadow is, I guess, too much. Uh, uh, I guess this is better. So let's use this one. Okay, so it is looking better now. Next, we need to create the footer section for the chat. This one. So let's do that. And there is specific height for the footer, and I am guessing that height of the footer is the same as for the header. So let's do that. Flex basis 67 pixels. We have to add the background color as well. Let me pick the background color. Okay, you can see that now layout is becoming better and better than before. We have the footer area. Next, we need to add a text area like this one, and a smiley icon on the left side, and the mic icon on the right side. So Let me add a text area in the footer. So let's observe the footer. In the footer, you can see that footer is a row, and in this row we have three columns. One for the smiley, second for the chat input, and third for the mic icon. So let's create three divs. Okay, now I'm going to add the text area, and let's see how it looks like right now. At this time, it is looking really bad as expected. We have to improve upon it. So the smiley icon and the smiley icon and the mic icon has almost same amount of width. So I'm going to do that. For that, let's select the ID width. Actually, I have to add the flag display flex, and here I want to add the flex basis. That is, we can try 50 pixels. And also for the text area, we can use flex grow to consume the remaining available space. And after that, we need mic icon, and flex basis is same like for the smiley icon. And in the text area, we have actual text area element. I'm going to target that, and the width of the text area should be 100% of its parent, and the height should be 50 pixel. Let's try. Okay, so this is what we have, but at this time it is not vertically in middle. We need to align that as well. For that, we need to add display flex to the text area, and then add flex direction column, and then add, actually we don't need that line, just add align item center. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that now it is vertically aligned in middle. Next, you can see that the edges of the text area are rounded, and there is the gap above and bottom of the text area is more than ours. So, and also border is not available. So we need to remove the border, 0 pixels, and border radius 4 pixels, and resize none. We don't need the icon for the resizer. For example, there was an icon that you could use to drag and to increase the height of the text area, but we don't need that. So also another bad thing that I just noticed is that when you click on the text area, it uh, add a very ugly outline around it. I don't need that. So I'm going to remove that outline, none. So let's see. Now I also need a padding. Padding 15 pixels or 14. Let's see. Okay, let me try something. Yeah, if you add, sorry. So When you are using width 100% and whatever you have added some dimensions, and if you apply a padding, then the width and height becomes more than you're expecting because of the padding. So you can see that earlier, before applying the padding, the text area was looking like this, but when you added a padding, it increased the height and width of the text area that is unexpected, and that is touching the boundaries. So in order to improve that, if you add this style, box sizing, border box, then this will not disturb the width and height, and this will apply padding only the inside of the element. So this is very useful. And after that, I need less height. Instead of 50, I am going to try 40. Let's see. Now, I guess it is too less now. Let me try 43, maybe. Mm, Let me try 45. I guess 45 is just fine. So now we can type here. And after that, we need an icon for the smiley. I am trying to find an SVG icon for the smiley. Yeah, these are very nice icons. Let me try to compare with the WhatsApp. Want to have a similar kind of icon. So, uh, uh, I guess we should try this one because we don't have the exact icon for now. Uh, I am going to get the SVG I want to download for free. Okay, the SVG icon has been downloaded. I'm going to open it, and I will drag and drop in the assets and images folder. I will rename it to smile icon, and here in the path I will add a color. Let me first, before adding the color, let me just show you the icon how it looks like without adding the color. So in the smiley, I'm going to add an image. Okay, it is too much. We have to add some restrictions. So for the smiley icon and the mic icon, I want for the images within these component, I want to add width or maybe max width 100%. Let's see. Actually, let me make it 80%. Okay. Next, I want to add display flexed so that I could align it vertically and horizontally, and align item center, justify content center. Let's see. Okay, now it is vertically and horizontally in the middle. So the width should be more less than this one. Let me try 40%. Okay, I guess it is looking good now. But the color of the icon is not good. We want the same color as in the WhatsApp. So I'm going to pick it from here. Now I will go to the SVG that I just saved. Uh, color, actually here you should write fill and type the color code. Now let's see. You can see that color is now changed successfully. Next, we need to uh, add the mic icon. So let me search for the mic icon from this website. Mhm. Let's compare these mic icons with the WhatsApp. So we want to get the same kind of icon. So this is the icon that we need. So let's see if we have that one available. So it is a filled icon. So let's see. I guess this is the WhatsApp icon. Uh, we will use this one. That's fine. I want to save the SVG. So click on the free download and it is downloaded. I'm going to here. I will copy. Actually, I will drag it and put it here. I will rename the icon. That is by icon. Okay. So now I want to add the same color for the icon as I added in the smiley icon. So I'm going to add it here. Fill. Here we have two tags with the path. We have two path tags, so I will add the fill attribute in both of these paths. Now let's see again. Actually, I did not add the icon yet, so let's add it there. Okay, it is looking great. Another last thing about the footer that I want is that if you hover your mouse, it should show the cursor icon and it should also change the color of the icon to little bit darker. So let's try that thing. Actually, that is not possible. I mean, that is possible that, but we have to do a lot of different things. For example, at this time, SVG icon is inside the image tag, so we can't control the SVG styles if it is being used within the image tag. But if you have placed the SVG code directly here, then you can customize the CSS, customize its styles with the help of CSS. But right now we can't do that. So right now let's just add one thing, that is cursor pointer. So that's fine. So you can see that now cursor pointer is visible. Okay, so this video has become too long, so I'm going to stop it for now. And I will record the remaining content in the next video. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe my channel if you don't want to miss anything. Thank you for watching my video. See you later, guys. Bye.